I don't know. I try not to do it very much on my good horses, the two that I ride everywhere. I mean, it's just more of a thing like I only do it because I have to do it kind of thing, and it's just whatever it takes for them to help me in the practice pen. So, I mean, maybe reach at one and don't turn off or something, keep them going, If you ever get the opportunity, miss one at a rodeo, running back towards the steer or something like that. I mean, it's always something to think about in the back of my mind, just how to keep my horses free. And I feel like I've done a pretty good job at that. They've never got too tight on me or anything. And
This is Chelsea Schaefer, and this is Season 4 of The Score. You all have listened to this podcast 750,000 times, and we are here in Season 4 to bring you even more of what you love.
Hey guys, it's Caitlin Gustav here, and we just wrapped up Day 1 at the 32nd Annual Cinch USTRC National Finals of Team Roping here in Fort Worth, Texas, and man, was it a big day. We started off the day with the Gold Buckle Beer Open, and Dustin Egusquiza and Levi Lord won that with a time of 34 and 24 seconds on 5 head, and that paid out $50,620 for the team. We have them on this episode of The Score, so stick with me through a little bit of event coverage, and you'll get to hear a special interview with those guys. Man, it was so fun watching them rope and watching them win that from high callback. Then we had the 16.5 shootout, and it was a split roping. We'll have to go back in records, but we believe it's the first split in USTRC history. We had Crease and Tyson Thompson and Bobby Joe Hill and Joseph Harrison. They split that. The Thompsons came from 9th callback, and Hill and Harrison were 2nd callback in that short round, and they were each 26 and 80 seconds on 4 head, and that paid $25,100 per team. And shocking enough, Bobby Joe Hill came back to win the 15.5 shootout with Colton Britton, and they came from 3rd callback with a time of 28 and 74 seconds on 4 head, and that paid $33,000. Big day for Bobby Joe Hill. It was great watching all those guys rope, but you guys, this special episode is going to feature Dustin Egusquiza and Levi Lord. They're both Resistol endorsees. And every episode this week during the USTRC National Finals, we've got special segments with select Resistol endorsees. So enjoy this episode with Dustin and Levi, and stick with us for the rest of the week with updates from the USTRC National Finals and special interviews with some awesome people. Hey guys, we just finished the Gold Buckle Beer Open at the Cinch USTRC National Finals in Fort Worth, Texas. This is the 2nd year in a row that we have had this roping here, and hopefully it's here to stay. We have Dustin Egusquiza and Levi Lord, who were 34 and 24 on 5 head, and that paid $50,620. You guys, how's that money gonna help you right now?
oh, it's awesome to win that much this time of year. I mean, there has been quite a bit of stuff to go to, it feels like, but to win $25,000 at any time of the year is awesome, and especially feels like this time you're not going to a bunch of big rodeos and stuff like that. But I mean, it's awesome to have this money.
How about you, Levi?
Yeah, same. You know, headed into summertime, it takes a lot of money to rodeo and jackpot, and to come here and have this win. Like, I've been in California for a couple weeks and haven't had much luck, so that kind of makes up for stuff like that. But yeah, anytime you can win that amount of money roping, it's awesome.
And I know you guys rope as second partners. Dustin, you usually rope with TG, and Levi, you rope with Nelson Wyatt. Teaming up, how is your guys' run together, do you feel like? Obviously, you won big today. How is your guys' run?
I think it's pretty good. We rope as second partners, but there's so many jackpots that we rope a lot together, and then we're really good friends. We practice together a lot, so I think we've stuck with it long enough that our jackpot has got better, and now we seem like we've been doing pretty good and got a pretty good run together. So it's awesome to get a rope with him. He's one of the best guys in the world right now, and always does a good job. So makes it easy on me. It's really fun.
And Dustin, I just talked to Peyton, and Peyton was saying that, he feels like this is your kind of setup. Do you think that this is your setup, this arena, with how small it is and the steers?
I don't know. It's just it actually felt pretty hard to me. The steers didn't start very honest every time, and then some of them are a little stronger in this arena, and you don't have a lot of arena to run them down really if you miss the barrier. And it felt like a challenging setup to me, but I'm just glad my horse worked good and Levi healed great. I kind of left it up to him on the last one. I didn't do as good of a job as I wanted to. I got the neck, and I'm just glad he healed the crap out of him.
Definitely. And Levi, you had 2 callbacks. Yep. You won the fast time with Nelson. You guys were 5 and 34, and then obviously first place.
Yep.
Coming in, how's your mindset going in with 2 callbacks right there?
Well, I was actually kind of just trying to get over being bummed out because me and Nelson actually should have been about second callback, and I roped a leg on the 4th one. And I hate to do that. Would have had 2 chances right there for a lot of money, and then for Nelson to win a lot. So I was actually just trying to get out of my mind making a mistake, and then I know the short round still paid good, so we could still, like we did, get a little bit of money, and like he got his fees back, so kind of helped him out a little bit. But yeah, it's I just tried to take it 1 steer at a time all day. I told myself I needed to rope 10 steers by 2 feet, and then at the end of the day, see where it was at. And I made 1 mistake, but other than that, it went pretty good.
Gotcha. And what were you heeling on today?
I was heeling on a horse I call Paulie. He's 7 years old. I got him from Paul Eves right after the finals, and he's been really good. I've rode him at every jackpot since that far and had pretty good success on him, so I sure like him. He's been good.
Gotcha. And what were you heading on, Dustin?
I was on a horse I call Mohawk.
Mohawk?
Yeah, I've had him for probably about a month before the finals, so November, and ever since then it's just been a great fit. I don't know if he's the best horse out there or not, but it feels like he scores, and whenever he needs to, he doesn't ever do me wrong, and he runs just enough, and it's a pretty solid horse, and I've done very good on him, and I'm blessed to have him.
Gotcha. And you guys, I know obviously the arenas are different. You have the John Justin Arena, and then you have the outdoor arena. Separate those arenas for me. How was it roping in the John Justin compared to roping in the outdoor arena?
I'll let you take it.
Well, today really it seemed a lot different because the steers in the John Justin were a little bit fresher, a little bit stronger it seemed like, and then we went outside and the steers were slower and maybe a little older. So, a heeler, it's not really too big of a deal. I just kind of let the steer move, make sure I get out of the heel barrier and go heel them when they turn. So that makes it harder on the header. So he did a good job, between the 2 arenas, doing what he needed to do in both arenas, and I just, whenever they turned, I heel them. So for me, it wasn't a big difference, but I'm sure it was quite a bit different for the headers going from one to the other.
And Dustin, was there any big reaches for you today?
Not really for me and Levi. No, we drew pretty good the whole time, the whole course. We just drew normal steers, and the horse gave me a good throw at all of them. I don't think I ever threw more than a coil at one, maybe. But TG, we had a couple strong ones, and I had to reach at a few of those. I ended up missing the 4th one to be probably top 3 or 4 on 4. I missed the 4th one, but that just goes into a great day of team roping, I guess. Drawed good and roped good, and it was a great day.
I just kind of want to break down the reaching a little bit, because obviously everyone loves watching you and T-Wade. You guys are like the 2 that everyone talks about reaching, as you know. How do you work on that and keep your horse good? Like, what are the challenges you face with your reaching?
I don't know. I try not to do it very much on my good horses, the 2 that I ride everywhere. It's just more of a thing, like, I only do it because I have to do it, kind of thing, and it's just whatever it takes for them to help me in the practice pen. So maybe reach at one and don't turn off or something, keep them going. If you ever get the opportunity, miss one at a rodeo, running back towards the steer or something like that. It's always something to think about in the back of my mind, just how to keep my horses free. And I feel like I've done a pretty good job at that. They've never got too tight on me or anything, and I don't know. Something I've always grew up doing.
Gotcha. The Gold Buckle Beer, they are a big sponsor of the open roping here at the U.S. Finals. And you guys obviously got some beer today.
Yeah.
How is it right now? Is it good to have a nice cold beer after winning big?
Yeah, I told him it tastes even better when we get it where we got it from down there at the interview desk after we talked to them. But yeah, we're grateful for these guys and everybody like this in the industry that puts on ropings and rodeos and gives us opportunities to come here and win money like we already talked about. It helps so much. So yeah, it's just been a real good day for us.
And you guys going now, this is over, are you guys roping any more ropings here at the finals?
Yeah, I actually just missed the third one for my nephew to be pretty good. But I got some more in the 16. I got one more in the 16 and 2 in the 15, 2 in the 13. So I'll be here for a couple days.
Gotcha. How about you, Levi?
Yeah, I'm roping in the 16 and the 15 today. I headed for Nelson and got a leg and a barrier, and then I got a heel for Bryce Jenkins here in a little bit, and then I'm going to head in the 15. So I'll be here today and then kind of take it easy tomorrow, one day off finally, and then head up to Guyman.
Gotcha. And I was going to say, what are you guys' now, after all this, I know you guys are going to be here a little bit more, but going into the season, things are kicking back up again. COVID's kind of still around, but not. But rodeos are happening. What's the plan going into the season?
Just get out there, go to every rodeo they have. It sounds like it's going to be better, kind of a more normal year. I haven't had too great of a winter, so it's going to have to pick up for us. Me and Nelson, neither of us have roped very good. We don't feel like, so we need to kind of get it turned around and get back out there and start doing good at the rodeos. But yeah, we're just going to hang around the house here, go to these jackpots and circuit rodeos, and then middle of June sounds like we're going to get a head back to Reno and do the BFI again and the rodeo, and then from there it'll be pretty solid couple months of rodeoing.
And how many horses are you going to have in your rig?
I'll just take 2 heel horses with me. I'll take Polly, and then unless I find something better, I'll probably take Little Bay again. He's 24 this year, but he's still been doing good, and I like to have him, so I'll probably take him.
What are you doing to keep that horse going down the road? Anything special?
That's like we were talking about that feed cart deal. I really just kind of let him be a horse. I just feed and hay, Purina is a great product. I really like that, and just exercise him. I don't ever practice on him. I just take him right to the rodeo, and he's sure been good. I don't know how much longer he's got, but I'll probably ride him until I feel like he's not doing good anymore. But so yeah, he's been quite a horse for me.
Gotcha. And Dustin, how about your plans going into the season?
I'm going to take 2 with me as well. The Mohawk that I rode today, and then Jack the Little Sorrel I rode at the NFR. And I'm so excited to get to go back to Reno. It feels like we haven't been there in 10 years. I don't know. But when I heard that the other day, that was pretty exciting to think that we're going to get to go back to Reno and have a normal BFI and the rodeo and all that. It's just awesome going out there and starting your summer off with that. I really enjoy being out there.
And I kind of want to ask you guys, like, with it, we just finished the BFI, at the Lazy E, and now they're getting it back in Reno. Are you guys excited for it? Is it kind of like, oh, we just had it? What are your thoughts on back-to-back BFIs, I feel like?
I'm pretty excited about it. I had a pretty good chance at the BFI and roped my horse's front foot on the 5th one to be pretty dang good and win a lot of money. So I'm excited to get back out there, try to redeem myself. But it's just another roping that we can come to and win big chunks of money like this. So it's never bad. Even they could have 10 of them and we'd be excited about it to get out there and rope for that much money.
Yeah, can't have enough BFIs or U.S. finals. I could have one every day, and I would be excited about it and be back every day just for the chance to win the money. But it's crazy to think that they are having 2 BFIs this year, and I missed the first one this year or a couple months ago. So
yeah,
I'm excited to redeem myself also.
That's awesome. Is this the biggest win at the U.S. finals for you guys?
Yeah, this is the biggest check I've won here. I always remember going down there to Oklahoma City as a kid, and I always wanted to win a open and take the victory lap, and then they moved it from there, but it's just as good or better here. And I've won a decent check heading before, but I've never won a roping or anything, so to get this win was really awesome.
I think I won second in the 15 shootout with Michael Bratton in 2015, and that was back when it paid 50, and I think we won almost 30 a man for second, and that was pretty awesome. That was like my first really big win ever, was at the U.S. Finals, and winning 30,000 to me at the time was just crazy.
That's awesome. That's awesome that like you can basically kind of start your career out at a U.S. Finals, and then now here you are winning the Open. You guys are pro rodeoing, qualifying for the NFR. I think it's just a whirlwind. I think that's awesome to be able to do all that. You guys, this podcast is brought to you by Resistol, and we can't thank them enough. How are they helping you guys down the road? What are they doing for you guys?
Resistol is an awesome company. I've been on the team for a couple of years now, and they just always supply us with as many hats as we need, felts in the wintertime, and now kind of straw season coming up. So their slogan, best all around, they really are. It's great to be on their team.
Mm-hmm. What about you, Dustin?
It's always nice to have a nice looking hat, and with summertime coming up, they sent me some straws the other day, and it definitely would be a bad day to have a felt on. I'm appreciative for Resistol for keeping me going with the hats.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Awesome. Well, thank you guys, and thank you to Resistol for bringing you this episode. Thank you again for sticking with us today. Stay tuned. We got 6 more days of this, so a lot more coverage coming to you. Brought to you by Resistol.